Amaka was a beautiful young Nigerian woman in her mid-20s, living in the vibrant city of Lagos. She was drawn to a wayward lifestyle, frequently visiting clubs, partying late into the night, and mingling with wealthy men. Her beauty and charm made her the center of attention, and through her connections, she began to amass wealth. Despite her outward success, Amaka was warned repeatedly by her mother, Mama Amaka, to live a more content and responsible life. Her mother often said, "Amaka, life is not all about money. Be content, and don't sell your dignity for temporary pleasure." But Amaka, blinded by the allure of fast money and luxury, dismissed her mother's advice. Her friends, Chioma and Adana, who had grown into responsible women, also tried to talk sense into her. They urged her to slow down, warning her of the dangers of her reckless lifestyle. Chioma told her, "Amaka, you have everything you need. Don't be deceived by the glitter of this life." But Amaka ignored them, believing they didn't understand the pressures of living in Lagos, where hustling and quick success were the norm. Over time, her friends distanced themselves from her, realizing she had become a bad influence. Amaka didn't mind, she was convinced that she was on the path to success. Then one night, in an exclusive Lagos club, Amaka met Jide, a handsome, mysterious man. He was everything she had dreamed of: rich, charming, and incredibly attractive. They danced, drank, and ended the night together at a luxury hotel. Amaka felt on top of the world, thinking her life was finally coming together. But everything changed after that night. Days later, Amaka started to feel unwell. Initially, she thought it was nothing serious, but her condition worsened. What began as mild fatigue escalated into severe symptoms: unexplained weight loss, skin rashes, and a crippling weakness. She visited several hospitals, but doctors were baffled, unable to identify what was wrong. As her health continued to decline, she lost her beauty, becoming frail and malnourished. Her once glamorous life began to crumble. The men who once admired her for her beauty and wealth abandoned her. Amaka, once confident and bold, was now a shadow of her former self. She spent all her money in a desperate attempt to treat herself, moving from one hospital to another, but nothing worked. The luxurious lifestyle she had worked so hard for slipped away as she spent every penny on her failing health. Her mother, Mama Amaka, stood by her throughout her illness. She took her daughter to different hospitals, praying and hoping for a cure. But nothing changed. Amaka, bedridden and weak, began to reflect on her life. The warnings from her mother and friends echoed in her mind, and for the first time, she regretted not listening to them. Tears streamed down her face as she cried out, "I should have listened, I should have listened." But it was too late. In her final days, Amaka's once glamorous friends came to visit, but they could offer her little comfort. The gap between who she was and who they had become was too wide to bridge. Her regret consumed her, but there was no going back. In her last moments, she held her mother's hand, whispering her regrets. Amaka died in her mother's arms, leaving behind a tragic tale of wasted potential and missed opportunities. Lessons learned. Contentment is key to living a fulfilling life. Always heed the advice of those who care about you. Wealth and beauty are temporary, and a life built on shallow foundations will crumble. Reckless living has severe consequences. A parent's love is unconditional, even in the face of poor choices.